same thing happened yesterday. A friend showed up, and I didn't want to go any further and reveal anything.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
Oh, okay.
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself.
True.
As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late.
Oh.
Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Fair enough.
all right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos
True.
love them too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
All right. Let's go up there first. Nice.
I heard the Guardian saying
Oh, here. I see.
we're supposed to grow our own food.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
What?
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved
I
ones.
know. We
Unless
just
we
talked
teach
about
them how
this
to
with
live
Martha.
like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one
Teach
master
a
for
man to
another.
fish. I know,
Not
I
that
know.
myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to
You
provide
guys
for
are
ourselves,
soldiers.
bearers and Guardians alike.
We need farmers.
Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of
The horde is closing in.
Oh yeah.
They're
Okay,
coming, so wait, all of them.
Time it all.
All
I
of
thought we'd
them.
have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lacked men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
I don't think we need a human shield wave yet.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
Don't touch your tufts. Your fuzzy tufts.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard sell, man.
You would send us to the slaughter
That's what it sounds like.
to serve as bait for
Yeah.
those fiends so that you and your men might be spared.
It's a little too close to home, man.
And
It's a
to
little
think
too familiar.
we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does.
Ginger.
We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you?
A Kashak
Place.
are a
Eastpool.
part of life now. Sorry.
This is your village.
It sucks.
Your home.
I won't deny that, but it's your suck.
If you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your food, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you?
Fuck that.
Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
You gonna use a pan on him? Oh, we gonna be all night. We don't have anything better than frying pans.
What do you do?
All right. Give me a sword.
She's the ballsiest.
I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine. Or
Yeah.
die trying.
Dude, it's
We all will.
already done.
Free men and women, fighting together.
Yeah, that was easy. Yeah. Now it's just that one guy. He's like, I would have died for a house. You give him something better than frying pans.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
She does have a lovely
Rosfield,
voice.
my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
Okay.
You're going to lure them into the village.
I am.
To a kill pot.
We will have neither the time nor the
Kill spot.
resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and
Yep.
fall upon them.
That's a kill
And
box.
for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Yeah.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Azaria.
If they can
Where's
pull this
Aria?
off, 0 fatalities, that's real impressive stuff.
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm.
Ah. Well, hello there,
Here it
Stinkies.
comes. Not let this village fall.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Suck on that, demon chocobo.
Looks like that's the last of them.
For
Lord
now.
Rosfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Oh, shit.
Better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I
Good.
could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job.
I'm
You
going
stay
in
here too,
there.
Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Alright, perfect. Yes, perfect. What? Oh. Is that the Curl?
Come to tell me an Akashic Curl's heading towards the rest?
Yeah.
Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
Next
Okay.
one's mine. I might not know what.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Sure she will.
Let's go.
Yeah!
What is that? An Akashic
Straight home now.
Urban? Akashic little gooberin. Little goober. There it is.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
Stop right there. That's how it's done.
All right.
Seemed easy.
Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
Nice.
I think it might.
For now.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends.
Didn't lose anybody.
Thank
Nice.
you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our
It's the
own
first time they
before.
ever had anything to do that for you. It's nice.
We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
They'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians.
Got
Your
it.
father took pity on the bearer's plight. And I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade.
East
But
Pudlian.
you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Man, that was a good quest.
Lord Rossfield,
East Pudlian.
do you remember our very first mission together?
I
Clearing the
do,
goblins
actually.
from the Stillwind marshes.
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage.
Just go for it.
Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
So now we go down to the rest.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
What is it?
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about.
That's
And
cute.
before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told
Have
me I was
some-
giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves.
Oh,
Got right under my skin it did.
that
Told him if he
bugs me.
didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And you know what he did?
Ah!
He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And
Aw.
you were.
Well, we both wanted the same thing.
Are you
to
mother
make
of
life
mid?
better for bearers.
Makes
Just like your
sense.
dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Yeah.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Mission accomplished. Oh, that's a level. Nice. What about 50 points? Tech went up maybe 4. That's not bad. This is what you gave me?
Don't worry, Clive. You went alone in this fight. Whenever you find yourself in need, be it of money, men, or a bowl of hot stew, the stable's door is always open.
Well, now I gotta admit, I'm curious. Is the sign still out here? It is. What is that now? Annihilated him. Yeah. Annihilated him, like I was saying.
Ready, go? Straight home now.
You want to taste some of this action? Oh, I went right past it. I see the underbridge. Alright.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Where's the magician? Oh, thank you, Torgal.
Titan! It's over. Farewell.
Well, those men are dead.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Cid the Outlaw.
Cid.
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Cid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder.
Gross.
She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
Then you weren't raised as a daughter.
Surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you
were
proved
brilliant.
yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about
Gross.
it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
Take her down.
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for
She
a
did
higher
not raise
cause,
you as a mother.
to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What? You're just gonna let her go? She buys
What do you want to do with her?
children and...
I am not the killer she wanted me to be.
Wow. Okay, Clive?
Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high
At
places.
least hit her in the ass with a lightning bolt.
The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
Oh,
right.
that's even better.
If you're certain.
I am.
As long as that works.
And thank you for everything.
Mission accomplished.
Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
Let's get the
I
guys'
should head back
headphones
to the
on. They're
hideaway
working
and
in
put
front of
Cole's
the
mind
road.
at ease.
In front of my house today. Nice.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over
Nice.
in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be alright.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Oh, I'm sure this will help her. She always did feel unconfident. Now she's assured. Now, Benry. Oh, Benry. Don't be this way, Ginger. Now down.
Come back.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of perfume.
Ah, the man himself. We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you. It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help.
Ginger?
You remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge.
Ooh.
And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
The fucking ultimate sword. Better than the Excalibur.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
Wow.
Quite something.
It's magnificent, Clive. You can say it.
Trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
What's this?
List of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravoist.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Oh, damn.
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like
That's
to
too
see.
bad. That makes the
I'll leave this
Ragnarok
list with
cheaper because of what you just did.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to Friendship Reforged?
Good idea.
That's fair.
No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Vulcan's boys. Gruesome twosome in full effect. The Gotendomerung. Damn. Wow. Gudrumrndong. Recipe unlocked. Oh my god.
What do I owe the honor? I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best.
Nice.
Fran about us, guys.
Yeah.
Unless that is... What's that for you, dear?
Ice brand. Wow, it takes a sword to make this?
Should last you a good while.
Well, I'd like to see it. The Ouroboros. Shot's Mess. I got marble flower. Stained loincloth, gross. Or a halcom. No.
That it? Fine.
Let me see it. Like all the grades, I would collect all of my swords and keep them. Wow. It's magnificent too. Man. Clive has some really cool swords. I know this is not the game for this kind of talk, but it'd be cool if you had a sword rack in your room that you could put your favorite swords on.
So, what'd it be?
Fine.
That it? Fine.
Don't tell me we've run out of
The Ragnarok. Alright, next. There are so many dots, dude. Okay, apparently there's one right behind me.
Ah, Clive. You'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
Alright.
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but... no buts about it, all right?
But...
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead.
Oh, I hate those
When
guys.
Prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did.
What
and
the
army
fuck?
jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
El? What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist were speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you
Well, take
offering to
Clive
be
with
my
you.
bodyguard?
Yes.
How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting.
Perfect.
You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Yep,
Oh, and that's me, is it?
it is.
Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium.
That sounds
They've
dangerous.
been doing their best to undermine our scheme.
Yeah.
She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but... is this what she really wants?
I don't know.
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the
Good.
place is well stocked and defended. You
'Cause
go
there
to
are
Randalar and see
Kashyyyk
if you can stop
around.
my sister biting the Consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my
True.
best. All right. To Randalar then. And better not.
What's
Otherwise
Rondala?
waiting.
Rondal. This Rondala? No. I miss having that awesome party. It had me, Jill, Torgal, and Joshua. Holy shit, we were so overpowered. It was great.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road.
Now it's just me and Torgal. Nothing wrong with Torgal, but it was nice.
Let's go. Faster.
Oh, well, something.
All right.
I'm gonna go grab this real quick. There you go. Now I'll talk to you.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
Well, you are a consortium.
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves. And then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration.
Yeah.
But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again.
He already
we rarely
sold
take
this.
on such unconventional
Really?
merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual.
Does.
No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to
True.
withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
Such sinister music. This is definitely not the last we're going to hear from these guys. Doing some light cleaning.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy the before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which
Doesn't matter. They're still slaves.
They deserved more. I was so happy to see them freed.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head.
Oh, for
Theo and
God's
the
sake.
others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Theo.
I'll go
Poor
ahead.
Theo.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just make sure he's safe.
I'll try and keep your Theo alive.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Out spacing. That didn't really help. Bam.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Oh, wrong way. Nope, missed again.
I can walk from here. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Yeah, Jill can't come out into the field anymore. Took her essence. I think she'd just go Acacia. get it. How do I do a Mega Flare? Whatever. Hate these enemies. That definitely doesn't look good.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
That dragon.
Looks
What
like it's
Theo?
found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
What is it doing?
Not good. Help me, boy.
Help me, boy! Just a little too late there, Clive. Just slightly. Now let's hope that's right before the battle. It is. That's good. Okay, I think that our attacks are actually really wicked, and we are actually doing really good damage. Just want to push it just a little further. Always a really stupid ability to go in there with when they're gonna be really hard to approach. So this is better. Alright, I feel a lot more confident.
creatures have already turned.
What? Oh yeah?
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
That dragon.
Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
Nope. That wasn't the fireball, actually. That is. Ow.
Help me, boy.
Oh yeah? Gotcha. Why won't you guys do that for me? Always do it.
Clive?
Clive!
You had me worried for...
Clive! I'm a Kashyyyk now, Clive! Clive!
Out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that.
Does look bad.
Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Cid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore!
Now we gotta kill a Kashyyyk Theo.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Holy shit. Wow. I did not expect that to be how Theodore's story ended.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place. Against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer. In more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made, and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then, for Theodore.
After it.
Sell anything today?
As much as...
Run like the wind. Straight home now. That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
And you're just gonna fall into line?
I don't trust this Duke.